Reid. I'm the Kilted Chef. Welcome to SourdoughVideoRecipes.com. Today we're going to make sourdough starter. You need it to make sourdough bread, sourdough pancakes. You can buy a sourdough starter in a dried form and on the internet and make your own. But today we're going to show you how to make it from scratch. It's a really simple process. All it is water and flour. So we're just going to take 1 tablespoon of flour, put it in our bowl. We're going to take 1 tablespoon of water, and we're going to mix the two together. And it's about as simple as that. We're only making a very small amount because in order to make sourdough starter work, we need to feed it. We need to add water and flour in equal proportions every 8 hours to once a day. And after the 3rd or 4th feeding, you'll have a bubbling sourdough starter, and the bacteria and yeast that is in the environment and also on the flour itself will be eating the sugars in the flour and creating a creating bubbles and making the starter, and that's what gives you the sour flavor. So we're going to go ahead and store this away, and we're going to just leave it out. For right now, we're going to leave it out on the counter. I'm just going to cover it loosely. You don't want to make it airtight because then you're not going to have the bacteria from the environment getting in there. And next we're going to come back and feed this again in about 8 hours. So it's 8 hours later now, and we've been letting our starter sit, and we're loosely covered. We're going to take our cover off. We've got our starter here. It kind of looks like a very small amount of pancake batter. What we're going to do is now we're going to double it. So we're going to take another tablespoon of water and a tablespoon of flour, and we're going to mix it together. And then we'll do this again another 8 to 12, 24 hours, and you'll start to see some results soon. We fed our sourdough starter twice now, and now we're going to feed it a 3rd time. As you can see, we're starting to get a little bit of bubbles in here, and we're going to now triple the batch. So we've got about a 1/4 cup of starter in there, so I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of flour and a 1/4 cup of water. And we're going to mix that together. Now when you get done with this, we're going to go ahead and let this rest. Once again, we're going to cover it loosely with the lid, leave it out on your counter in a cool environment, and then if you've got good bubbles in it after this, then you can go ahead and start cooking with it. If you don't, go ahead and feed it another time or two. Like I said, every 8 to 12 hours, 24 hours, feed it. And if you're not going to cook with your sourdough starter right away, and you want to wait a few days or a week, you go ahead and take your sourdough starter, and we'll put our airtight lid on it, and put it in your refrigerator. It'll stay in there for weeks and be just fine. The refrigeration process, the colder temperatures will slow down the growth of the bacteria and the yeast in the starter, and then you can pull it back out when you're ready to bake with it. That's what most people do, is they store it in their refrigerator, they pull it out the evening before you're going to bake with it. Go ahead, bring it out, set it on the counter, go ahead, add flour and water to it just like when you were feeding it before, and come back maybe 8 hours later, feed it one more time, and then you're going to take part of that starter, put it back in a container, put it back in your refrigerator, and take what you need to make your bread recipe, and you'll make your bread. So go ahead and come to the website. We got videos showing you how to make the sourdough bread, how to knead it, and how to loaf it up, and how to eat it. It's up to you.